Did you ever imagine that romantic scene turning upside down? That the source of inspiration and poetry could become a herald of total destruction? We look at it every night, calm, luminous, accompanying our dreams and secrets. But have you ever considered what might happen if this celestial guest decided to pay us an unexpected visit? A visit of a different kind. A visit where it's not welcome. A visit that would be the last in our planet's history. Welcome to Lumora. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's first agree that the moon is not just a dead rocky ball floating in the void. It is an existential partner to Earth, leaving its mark on everything, from the tides of the seas to the stability of our planet's rotational axis. There's a famous theory, though unconfirmed, suggesting that the moon is Earth's spoiled child, having separated from it after a colossal collision with a primordial planet called Theia billions of crustring years ago. Imagine with me a violent cosmic collision that sent a huge cloud of Earth's debris flying, which then gathered to form the moon. The question that arises, what if this prodigal son returned to its mother's embrace in a violent way? Let's assume something disrupted the stability of this beautiful, dancing system between Earth and the moon. It could be a collision with an interstellar passerby, or the gravitational pull of a runaway black hole far away. The result? The moon breaks free from its safe orbit and begins a one-way journey towards Earth. But this journey won't be quick. The distance is vast, and it would take months or even years for the real impact to begin. As soon as the moon begins to approach noticeably, the balances of nature will be disrupted. The first victims, the tides. The moon's gravitational pull, which we know today, will multiply thousands of times. The oceans will turn into wild beasts, with monstrous waves hundreds of meters high sweeping over all coastal cities worldwide in days. Did you know that major cities like Tokyo, New York, and Mumbai sit at less than 10 meters above sea level? These cities will be the first victims, submerged under the waves in the first phase alone. As the moon gets closer, its intense gravity will violently pull the atmosphere, causing global hurricanes that no scale can classify. Winds exceeding 500 kilometers per hour, capable of uprooting skyscrapers from their foundations. And it won't stop at the air. Earth's crust itself will begin to respond to this immense lunar pull. We will witness successive earthquakes across all tectonic plates, their strength surpassing anything recorded in human history. The moon, on its way to us, will also be subjected to enormous gravitational forces from Earth. These forces may cause parts of its surface to tear apart before the actual collision, meaning Earth will face a preliminary bombardment by a barrage of giant lunar rocks, each capable of wiping out a city. Here, all previous disasters stop being disasters and become merely marginal preliminary events. Upon contact, energy equivalent to millions of times all the nuclear weapons in the world combined will be released. The temperature at the center of the impact will exceed the surface temperature of the Sunday. The shock of the collision will spread throughout the entire planet. Not just an earthquake, but a shockwave that will travel through the planet's core and exit the other side, potentially causing parts of the Earth's crust to explode into space. The moon's diameter is about a quarter of Earth's. This isn't a small meteor. This is a collision between two nearly comparable sized bodies. It would be an event on the level of a planet collision. Some computer models suggest the collision might not be an end in the familiar sense. Instead of completely destroying the planet, it might cause Earth to split into two, or merge the moon with it to form a new, larger, completely molten and hot planet. After the impact, let's assume Earth somehow endured. Dust and rubble will block sunlight for centuries. A nuclear winter on steroids will begin, with temperatures dropping tens of degrees below zero globally. Plant life ends, then animal life. The food chain collapses, the oceans acidify, the ozone layer disappears. Earth will revert to a geological era similar to the time before life emerged. But is this scientifically possible? The reassuring truth is, practically impossible under our current conditions. The moon is moving away from us by about 3.8 centimeters per year, not approaching. Its orbit is extremely stable, and it won't violate these laws of physics unless a heavyweight player enters the scene, like a rogue planet or a stray star, an event with a very slim probability in the near future of the solar system's lifespan. New information. The real danger to Earth comes from other places, meteors and asteroids. An asteroid just 10 kilometers in diameter caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. The moon, however, is thousands of times larger, making it only a theoretical threat. In fact, the moon's existence is our protective shield. It takes hits from much space debris instead of us. Look at its surface covered in craters. Each one could have been a strike on our Earth. So, the next time you look at the moon, thank it for its calm and stability. Its presence there, exactly in its place, is one of the most important reasons for our existence here, on this fragile blue dot. The universe is a violent and dangerous place, and we live in a miraculous state of balance. A balance we need to appreciate and protect our planet from the real dangers that may come from within its atmosphere before we worry about what might come from outside it. And with that, we reach the end of this terrifying imaginative journey. Share in the comments, which final scenario do you find more horrifying? Earth splitting apart or merging with the moon? If you liked the video, don't forget to support us with a like and share, as it helps the channel greatly. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new content. I leave you pondering the grandeur of this cosmic balance, and I'll see you in the next video.